got the juice. Ha. Said I got the.
It's your girl Milan here with Ray Smith with Still Got the Juice TV. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're good. We're happy to have you. Okay, Ray. So, coming all the way from Queens, Queens bred, Queens born.
Yes.
So, let's go back to Queens. How was it growing up in Queens?
I need to make a movie out of it for real. It was crazy. It has ups, downs, left, rights, diagonals. You know what I'm saying? Nothing different than nobody else's like hood story.
So, music. So, at what point did you get introduced to music, or you wanted to kind of go full throttle with doing music?
I think like as a kid, my sister's boyfriend introduced me to music when I was like 11, 12 or something like that. My first song, I rapped on like a Biggie beat. It was horrible, but I did it. And then ever since then, I just love music.
Okay, so growing up in Queens, Queens has a lot of artists.
Yeah.
A lot of, famous rappers, singers, and been definitely a pinpoint in hip hop, just period. So, what are some Queens artists that's influenced you, or you seen growing up? Like, this is what I want to do.
I grew up listening to a lot of 50. That's it, really from Queens. Maybe a little LL, but I grew up listening to a lot of 50 Cent, a lot of G-Man. I thought I was G-Man, honestly.
So growing up seeing that, right? You see how important it is and how prideful it is to, be from Queens, and, how 50 created this, monumental movement group that is still going on today.
Yeah.
So how did that kind of inspire you? And, having those people kind of to quote unquote look up to in a way.
I think it was like the image really like as a kid I was fascinated with like cars, clothes, sneakers, jewelry, women. Like I was a kid fascinated by like things that I probably wasn't gonna experience for the next like 12 years of my life, but I was hooked to it. As a kid, I was hooked to it for some reason.
So, Ray, do you remember that first rap you wrote? And why? What inspired you to be like, I can write rap?
Let me see if I can. You see what I mean? Stacking cheddar was in my dreams. I had a whole lot of money, but it never really came clean.
That's good.
Hanging pictures on my wall. When I got hungry, I would rob a bag of chips from the grocery store. Something like that.
That was good.
Yeah.
So where did you get that? That was just you having fun, or something going on and you were inspired?
Yeah, I used to live in Far Rockaway, and like I was a bad kid. I used to steal like bikes. Whenever I got hungry, I would go to the store and like order a sandwich, run out with it.
Right.
Chips, run out with it. Whatever.
Typical kid stuff.
It was survival of the fittest. But
so, from, you writing your first rap, and you be inspired to write your first rap. So tell us, when did you really, really start kind of taking music seriously? At what year, what age? Like, when is that, turning point where I'm fully committed to this?
I think it was like my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
I got arrested and did like a year in juvenile. And when I came home, my mom, she wanted me to stay in the house, so she was like, what you want? Like, what is it gonna take you to stay in the crowd? I was like, I want a studio. It's like, give me a studio. I used to rap on like Facebook and all that, but like, I was always going outside rapping on the block and all that. So she got me a MacBook. She got me an interface, mic, a little speaker, headphones, and I just stayed in the crib rapping. And I used to rap like in the lunchrooms and stuff. It was other dudes that was there rapping when I pulled up, but it's like when I came through, I was like the new freshman kid that was just like smoking everything. So they were like, the deans and shit would like come get me from class to come rap at lunch, like, yo.
Oh, wow.
come downstairs. They want you to rap. Because our school was separated into 4 schools. I was in business. It was business, business, math and science, I think arts and something else. And whenever the other schools had they lunch, they'll call my dean and tell him like, where's Raymond at? And they'll come pull me out of class to come downstairs to perform for the lunch periods or whatever the case may be. So that's how I got popular in school with rapping.
So, you know, what stands out to you on your journey so far? Like, what is something that has made you rethink this journey and simultaneously kind of made you want to keep going?
The fact that I had one of the biggest songs in New York, well, in the whole tri-state, and nobody knows it's me.
Tell us more about that.
It's a song called Brush 'Em. Who hot, you not, move what, get flopped. Every state, every club, every night that song gets played. Every country that song gets played. And I mean, I'm not, numbers do lie because on the gram I probably got like 12,000 followers, but when you go check them streams, they got like 10 million. So, but I don't know, it was kind of, it's discouraging, but at the same time, I just feel like we didn't put the face to the music properly. It's a piece of the puzzle that we didn't do. I think we was just so caught up with, you know, moving the song around. We didn't move the face around with the song. So I think that's what happened with that. But it kind of just showed me that I can do it and I can do it again, but this time I'm gonna do it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So how important is that to you? Do you think image and being kind of more of a forefront of your brand is something you want to kind of do better with?
Yeah, because, you know, I don't want people to praise me, but I do want recognition for my work. You know, who doesn't want to be, you know, yo, that's hot, that's you, that's hot. Or people that already know the music to see you and be like, yo, Ray Smith, you know what I'm saying? It's just, yeah, I think that's very important for people to know it's you that put that work in.
Right. I think that's true too. So with Brush 'Em, how did that come to play? And you hearing it everywhere? Cause I hear that song in the club all the time.
Yeah.
So how does that make you feel?
Right now we could go to the club tonight and they'll play and nobody in the club knows me. You laugh? I'll bet you any amount of money.
No, the way you said it is like.
Nobody knows, but the whole club is singing.
Yeah.
The whole club is singing the song at the top of their lungs, and nobody knows me until I grab the mic, pause, and I, you know. But yeah, I mean, I hated drill music. Honestly, I didn't even like drill music because I felt like, okay, we always talk about rapping and killing and all that crazy nonsense in the music, but drill music was actually like, you know, them Brooklyn kids was actually
growing it.
You know what I'm saying? And even them UK kids, the grandma grime kids, they was actually, you know, getting down. So it's just like, when you start to realize like, yo, I don't really want to push that. You know what I'm saying? We do it for fun and games, but when it's really out here getting done for real, it's just like, alright, that's a whole different type of story. You don't really want to be indicting yourself, incriminating yourself, or like, you know, putting nobody's deaths or none of that on music, on wax, like as a joke, or just making a mockery out of dead people. I'm not really into that. But my man Flowers, shout out to Flowers, man. You watching this, I love you, Flowers. One day he was just like, yo, bro, I know you don't like, you know, violent music, but make a drill record. I was like, nah. He's like, nah, make a drill record. So literally the first beat I chose was that beat. I made the record, you know, we put it out, and it just, from there, it was just history.
History. And what year did that record come out?
2019.
Wow, it's been coasting like that ever since. I hear it
Yeah.
all the time, literally.
Yeah, that record is like, it's like New York's Dreams Worth More Than Money, Dreams a Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's not gonna stop. Even when I tried to move it out the way. I done put a bunch of records out that's better than that record. They just love it. They're not gonna let it go.
So you kind of have sort of a legacy now, like if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, please listen to something else. Like, please. Yeah.
Okay, so you know, you being a rapper, a musician, an artist,
Yeah.
so you see how, you know, political and how the industry can be, right?
Yeah.
So what's been your experience so far, just kind of maneuvering through everything, you know? Are you attracted to maybe signing to a label or staying independent and, you know, doing your own route?
I think
Because labels have a lot of negative connotation.
yeah.
So Wiz Khalifa actually just did an interview and he talked about how he had a good experience
Mhm.
being signed. I think he was signed to Atlantic.
Yeah.
And how much the machine kind of helped him.
Mhm.
So, what has your experience been like? You know, so I'm sure you've had plenty of people come to the table wanting to sign you. So what's your experience been like in kind of making those decisions?
I've had to sit down with I've had to sit down with probably every label, every executive. Um, it's kind of some legal things that I really can't speak on right now. That
Of course.
which is the reasons why I haven't signed to a label. But I feel like with labels, they're great because they do have that engine that's just mandatory to just shoot anybody to the forefront. But I also believe that there's artists that's music is so is strong enough to where they don't really need the label, they just need the time. You know what I'm saying? Just put in enough time, enough years in, and then you don't have to sign. You can do partnerships. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't have to sign to you. We can partner up. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting together my own shows. I'm packing out my own stadiums. I'm putting together my own tours. We don't really, all we really need for real is probably the funding for certain things. And even that, if the shows are big enough, you know, the merch is selling, you know, whatever, I'm getting endorsements from here, there. I probably won't really need a label. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying that, you know, it just gotta make sense.
It gotta make sense.
Yeah.
Correct. So, do you think you kind of got a hang of the kind of business side of music yet, or are you still kind of growing and learning? As you go?
Yeah, I try to say the business, but the young lady behind you, my manager Queen, she beats me in the head with artistry, business. Like I care about it, but she does it to me every day, down to the simple fact of us having to purchase our beats, which I don't be caring about neither. But yeah, she doesn't play when it comes to that. She makes sure every I is dotted and every T is crossed.
Well, you definitely need that.
Yeah,
Definitely need that for sure.
and she's a woman.
Yes, that's what
So
stuff
she
we
cares.
care about. Yes. Thank God for women. Thank
Yeah,
God for women. So, you know, being a New York artist,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think New York has lost its flavor? Because there's a lot of conversation surrounding that. Like, New York doesn't have no talent. Where's all the talent at? This is New York. Like, it's dry here. What is your honest viewpoint on kind of like the landscape of talent in New York right
I
now?
feel like when people say that, they want us to still rap like lyrical cereal, venereal disease. We're not rapping like that no more. It's not happening. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em. We're not rapping like that no more.
Crack it up.
It's different. The beats are more up tempo. Everything. I feel like there's a way that we could curate a new sound for New York.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we lost it. I just think somebody has to curate the new sound. You know, and it's just gonna take a lot of, you know, just getting in the studio with different producers. A lot of the producers are making sounds that aren't New York. They're making sounds that are either trail, trap, even like the R&B be like R&B that you'll hear from an artist that's from like Toronto or,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So until we get like some of the producers to kind of go and dig in deep and, you know, pull out those old New York samples or just,
Right.
you know, those New York BPMs, then I don't know. But I honestly got records of my own that I feel like when you hear them, it's gonna sound like, you know, a refreshed New York.
Sound.
You know, yeah.
So, do you feel obligated to stick to that sound? Because, you know, I know you named 50 as being one of your inspirations,
Yeah.
but like, who are some of your other inspirations? Even if they're not from Queens, if they're from, you know, Atlanta, they're from Philly or LA.
Drake, Meek Mill, Party Next Door, Bryson Tiller, Ryan Trey, damn, the list goes on and on. Chris Brown, Miguel, uh,
Great artists you're naming.
yeah, like a lot of the hit makers for real. SZA, Lotto,
Okay, girls. Naming some of the girls. too.
yeah, Cardi, Nicki, like a lot of. I listen to a lot of like great artists. I don't listen to nothing that's not like top tier because that's what I'm going up against for real. The J. Cole's, you know what I'm saying? I'm going up against them. Mentally, I'm not in the caliber with nothing else than that because those are the
Right.
people I look up to. So those are the spots I want to take.
Right. So, you being an artist obviously is constant evolution and you evolving and wanting to explore new things. So,
Yeah.
what are some new things or new sounds people might not think that are completely opposite from Brush that you're working on, or you can kind of bring some light to?
I have my next few projects are gonna be like orientated. Is that the word? Okay, it's gonna be
Yes.
orientated around women.
Women.
So it's gonna be like me singing. You're gonna hear me singing. Can I actually sing? No. It's auto tune. But yeah, down from like the lyrics, the way I describe women, the way I talk about them, I'm doing it in a way where it's like I'm uplifting, I'm making them feel sexy, I'm making them feel cool, funny, fly, not degrading them. Yeah, I might say, shake that ass here and there, but, I'm showing a lot of love to the women this go around. This 2024 is the year of the women. So, that's
Okay.
what I'm on.
So, speaking about women, are they a big inspiration for your music or anyone specific that inspires your music?
I would say life experiences,
Just life experiences.
but I think women are like one of God's greatest creations. It's like a love-hate thing for women, but it's like 90% love, 10% hate. But
Okay.
yeah, and I was raised by a woman, a single mother, so
Right.
and I got a daughter, so it's just like
Absolutely.
it's like even when I try to God, it's just like women.
Women. Right.
Yeah.
So, what are some other things we can look forward to from you outside of music? You're working on different projects.
Yeah.
What are some other entrepreneurial things we could working on?
As of right now, I'm trying to get into like the streaming world, and I ride dirt bikes and stuff like that. Like I
Okay.
street ride. I'm honestly just getting back outside for real. I kind of took a break from outside because it was a lot of confusion going on outside. It was no like order. Everybody was just everywhere, and I didn't want to get caught up in it, so I kind of stayed away. But like I feel like I'm at the point now where I feel like music is just a stepping stool for me, and it's gonna open more doors. But for right now, I'm focusing more on just that like music, trying to get into streaming, trying to get like to people to see my personality and get to know me for real. Like
And bring the face to the music. Right?
yeah, also that.
Okay. So before we let you go tonight, let everybody know where they can find your latest drops, where they can find you on social media, everything.
At Ray Smith on Instagram. Should be the name of all my other socials too. Ray Smith on all streaming platforms. Yeah, go check me out. You'll love it. I got everything you need.
And let us know before you go why you still got the juice.
Cause I've been running shit for the past 6 years. 5 years. Shit still banging in the spot. Ray Smith, brush him.
And we're out.